Hey guys, welcome to Let's Play Chrono Trigger. Last time we made it through a couple different labyrinths, both the forest maze and the reptite layer we're in now. We made it to the save point, and we've set everybody up to take the most advantage going forward. Magic for Chrono, because lightning is very valuable. Power for Ayla, because her power is pretty much unmatched at this point. And Robo needs the speed just to keep up with the other two. As you can see, he's still pretty slow. So let's move on. Who are you? Azala. As a kid, I named her Azla. And I think if you dig into the code, or maybe it's the later versions of the game, they revealed Azala as female, though I believe in this version there's never any indication one way or the other. Just a little random tidbit. Tell me about this at once. Oh, you have the gate key, and you seem to be able to identify that it was advanced. Tell Azala about the key. Thing is, it's I don't remember which save state number I'm on. We'll save there. No one would talk that easy. This should loosen your tongue. Okay, let's try no. Guess you need some motivation. Regardless of which answer you choose, Nizbel will be your opponent. That doesn't sound good, nor does it look good. Hello? They got a lot of muscly bosses in this game. Now, let's show this here. We'll attack with our most powerful character. Ow. Yeah, we need to use lightning before we can do pretty much anything else in this fight. So do that. Defense power decreased when shocked. Now we can unload the damage. Now, it would have been beneficial for me to have gotten Ayla's next tech. I think I was 20 points away or so, and so I wasn't able to get it, but it would have been beneficial because it does quite a bit of damage. It's called Rock Throw. Let's just have you do Spin Cut, and you can do Robo Tackle. There's not really a lot of synergy. What's the word I'm looking for? That wasn't a word. That was just a bleh. Synergy. That's the word I was looking for. Throw out a drill kick here. There's not a lot of synergy between these three characters at this point. Releases electrocution energy. Now, as soon as this happens, it's going to do a bunch of damage, and it's going to hurt like crap. So we're going to need to heal up with everybody. This is the disadvantage at this point in the game of just not having anyone that can properly deal. Let's have you do lightning again here. Who can properly heal everybody all at once. We just don't have anyone who can do that. Well, we do, but we don't have anyone who can do that on their own. Let's go save up here, and we'll go for a Volt Bite. There's no downside to hitting the boss with any additional lightning damage after the fact, but you do need that initial shot of damage in order to, do some, in order to lower the defense, in order to actually hit them. And he will counter every once in a while with his releasing of the energy, and then he will reboost his defense after that. But yeah, Volt Bite is very nice at this point in the game. Especially in this area where, of course, all of the enemies are pretty weak to lightning in general, but just weak in general to magic damage a lot of the time. Which is interesting because Ayla's from this time period. You think she would have developed, the ability to use a lot of magical-based attacks if those are the most efficient against the enemies. But she's almost entirely physical-based. And the only magical-based attack we have for her thus far is her Kiss attack, which is a healing-based attack. But anyway, we finished him off. Got 10 tech points for that. Still not enough to learn Rock Throw, which is Ayla's next move. The ape's beaten Isabel! Yeah, give me back my gate key. Remember, we reptites will rule the world. Will you now? Your days are numbered. I just imagine like that being a super deep voice, you know, just like your standard Saturday morning cartoon villain, you know, voice, you know, Dr. Claw or something like that. I'll get you next time, Gadget. Ah, no damage. Fight anytime. Ayla no lose. I don't really understand the use of the burp here. I'm guessing that's to continue the translation of, you know, Jurassic Pork Soup. I'm assuming she might have had a little bit of rumbly tummy from her hangover, and she may have spilled something on the ground there. That's just my guess. But anyway, no fun for Ayla. I'll never forget you. It would be hard to. I try to be strong, just like Chrono. Come again. Party, eat, dance, fight, fun. Now, the downside to this is Ayla's been removed from our party. In the previous episode, I had Ayla with the Rage Band, which is why I gave her the power... Where's my Rage Band? There we go. The power scarf that she came with by default, so that I could make sure that I had my Rage Band, because I really kind of want to keep that. It's kind of ridiculously awesome. So yeah, you don't want to lose that. Anything that was on Ayla will remain with Ayla. You don't get it back or anything like that. We've had a lot of Robo in the party at least, so let's bring Luca in here. Anything else? Okay. Come again. Luca and Marlita. If you have additional stuff, you could come and you could exchange here and try and get more stuff and get more money. I had already talked about how this would be, if you ever want to cancel out of here, by the way, just select the same thing twice and it doesn't work, and it'll give you the option to get out. But yeah, I went and I sold off any of the extra stuff that I have, and I've gotten, you know, 37,000 G now. You could sell more. I wouldn't recommend doing it though. There's a reason for it, and we actually do want to build up some of the items, or, you know, the Petal Fang, Horn, and Feather items that we've been getting. Okay, I was going to cut this fight out, but it's actually a good opportunity. I don't think we've shown this off yet. So, let's show off Lightning 2. All targeting. It's everybody. Didn't do quite enough to those guys, but did enough to the other ones. And we can finish these guys off easy enough anyway. Alright. Now, let's see if I can do this properly here. There we go. It's definitely easy enough to get by there. I'm not sure why I've screwed that up a couple of times thus far. Oh well. Anyway, if you tried coming here before, I think the portal just disappears in general. I can't remember exactly how it works, but I've tried coming here in the past without completing the quest. And even though I don't think they've mentioned it, or no, they did mention it, because we won the little contest. I don't think... Oh, there it is. The Dreamstone here. So we did get the item that we came all the way back to the past in order to get. Get a little heal going on here. We found a Dreamstone. Forgotten how beautiful they are. We need to find someone that can process the mineral. You'll probably find him in Medina. Village near the Mystic Mountains. Now, let's go do that again. Near the Mystic Mountains. 1, we've already been to Medina, so we should know where it is by now. 2, the Mystic Mountains are in 65 million BC. I'm not sure why they translated it this way. but I can understand what they would mean because the time portals always take us to the same location in a different time period. So the time period here would have been 65 million, and would have been the exact same spot if we had gone to Medina Village, just a different time. So I understand what he's saying, but it's poorly worded. One of the things that I find was actually beneficial from some of the obviously bad translation that went into certain parts of this game is it actually, like, it was written in such a way that it actually made me try and think and understand it a little better. And you don't say anything new. Okay, fine. But yeah, it's nice that way. I don't think there's anything else we can do over here. Is there any new dialogue if we talk to, I think it's up here. Since we've met the original Aussie, is there any new dialogue here? Nope, absolutely nothing new. Okay, that's fine. And you'll repair the Masamune. How on earth did you get the Masamune? And the Dreamstone? Don't tell me. I don't think my heart could take it. Depending on which party member you've brought, Luca or Robo will lend a hand here. I would have used a clip, but I don't want to interrupt this music. First, we must do research. Praise be to Uncle. Let's process the Dreamstone and activate the sword. You work on the Dreamstone, and I'll work the sword. Leave it to Luca the Great. She's got plenty of modesty, can't you tell? I'm assuming the hilt is here too, they just don't have a... Well, no, I think we've seen the animation, or the little sprite for it, but I'm not exactly sure what she's doing with that animation, but sure, if you say so. I remember hearing this music, obviously not the first time, I can't remember when I was 6, 7, 8, whatever it was, but just hearing this song, even on subsequent playthroughs, 2, 3, 4th playthrough or something like that, this music just always entranced me. I just absolutely loved it. Even once I knew more about the game and what this music represents, even to this day, it's always been something I've absolutely adored. Oh, I'm stuck now. Haven't done that before. All right, let's get started. Now, I'm not exactly sure how they've fixed the sword down there without a forge, but sure, why not? Sorry to keep you waiting. I love how the room darkens to just demonstrate how bright and shiny and powerful this sword is. And that, for whatever reason, I always remember that reaction. Because Marley has to be in your party. Or she doesn't have to be, but she almost always is in my case. I can't remember who takes priority, Luca or Robo, when fixing the sword. But, oh well. If you had both of them in your party. Anyway, let's take the Masamune to Frog. This weapon represents considerable power. Your actions may either save or destroy life. Wield your sword with full knowledge of the consequences. I don't need to buy anything right now. Okay, we're back. Before we go talk to Frog, that does lead to a lengthy cutscene, and I would like to put that all in a single episode. There is one place that I would like to pop by, just because it ties up some loose ends. A strange monster came by the other day, mumbling about Queenling on the Masamune. I was trying to relay this information when we were talking to Frog before, about someone who had come here that resembled a frog, and he Well, a strange creature mumbling about Queen Lean, who we know Frog has, this connection with as one of her protectors, or her main protector, whatever. Well, he had part of Masamune. Sure were an ugly frog. Yeah, that sounds like Frog, that's for sure. Thought the hero was from here. What a letdown. Tada was a fake. So where's the real hero? Heard about the magical cave, the one east of the Donataro Mountains. Saw a rock wall there pop open, and a gaggle of ghouls just walked right in. Best to leave Magus and his cronies alone. I know we've already talked to pretty much all those people, but I just thought that made a bunch of sense to cover that there, because next time we're gonna go talk to Frog, and, well, as I was saying, it's a bit of a lengthy cutscene, one of my favorites in the entire game, and I want to give it all the time that it needs. So anyway, that's pretty much all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.